And most men can't confront what's in their heart to do. They can't confront it with their significant other because they fear the ramification. But as Muslims, we should have no fear. We should have no fear to practice anything. Your Islam. Let me give you an example. We should have no fear to practice and say what we believe. Let's take Bilal, for instance. Right? The former slave, the black slave who was being persecuted for his faith and for being a Muslim. Right? Bilal was the first one to do the call to prayer. Right? He was being persecuted by the enemies of Islam. And they told him to denounce what he believed. Do you denounce what you believe in Islam? And he said, no, I bear witness that there's one God but Allah and Muhammad is his messenger. And they tortured him. And they persecuted him. And they put hot stones on top of, piling on one after another. So much pressure on this man's physical being. And all he can say is, Ahad. Ahad. One God. Never denounce what he believed. We get threatened with the fear of that our wives might leave us or somebody might judge us a certain way. And we're ready to denounce something that God ordained in a religion that we believe in. God forbid somebody came and threaten you with some small form of torture. Because to you, that's torture. To live the life of a Muslim that you say you believe, that's torture for you to live that life in this world. You're not a Muslim, you're a coward. And that's with any part of Islam that you put behind your back. Cowardice. If you walk in fear, you don't say you're a Muslim because Muslims are being persecuted around the world or they're looked as terrorists and you can't say that you're a Muslim in this day and time, it's because you're a coward. And that you could never bear the burden of the Muslims that came before you to establish the religion that you practice today. You could never bear that burden that they bear. They were persecuted physically and tortured and died. Some lost their lives and their families. And we can't even walk around and practice what we say we believe. Out of fear that somebody's gonna think we're terrorists. Or fear to say somebody. But meanwhile, people could say and practice their form of sexuality that may not be according to what God said or whatever. But they feel free and comfortable practicing how they practice. And dare you to say something. But you're a Muslim practicing religious principles that you can't say. Or you got to keep it secret. So you become a hypocrite and a liar and a cheater and a thief. You robbing from God. You can't even go be a good Muslim because you sneaking and you suppressing your Islam. You sneaking around and you know people know that. So you can't go and save a life and teach Islam because they're like, aren't you the same one running around doing this in the dark and doing this behind the back? And you're a hypocrite. You're a coward and a hypocrite.